Yep, in today's video, I'm going to show you how you can get a $10,000 instant credit line. And the best part about this primary trade line is that they won't even do a credit check and there's no hard inquiries to your credit. What's up, winners? My name is Naam. If you're new here, welcome. Here we talk all things personal finance and credit. Start out by subscribing so you don't miss out on any future videos. So the company that we're going to do a deep dive in today's video is going to be AGJEWELERS, or also known as Attractive Gems Jewelers. I have made a video about this company before in the past, but I had to take it down due to the deal that I was offering was just a one-time thing. It is not current at this moment. Ever since the video was taken down, I've had plenty of people reach out to me asking me what are my thoughts, so I decided to do a re-upload with the most current information. But anyways, this company is a legitimate jewelry store. They do have 4 physical locations across the US. They have 2 stores in California and 2 stores in Texas. If any of you guys are familiar with other companies that provide primary trade lines, such as My Jewelers Club or New Coast Direct, this is almost in the same realm as those. Alright, so let's get right into the nitty gritty. Whenever you do apply for this company, your approval is 100% guaranteed. Of course, there are certain criteria that you need to meet, such as be a US citizen, be 18 years or older, and must have a valid social security number. When all the information does line up, they'll give you a $10,000 revolving line of credit that you can actually use in their retail locations or online. The key difference about this company compared to others is that they do not require you to make any purchases. There are many companies out there and service providers that offer primary trade lines, but they require you to purchase things every 6 months or once a year. As long as you finance items through them, that's when they will report to the credit bureaus. But not with this company. When you do visit their website, they will show you that there is a membership fee of $149 and also an annual maintenance fee of $99. This is almost on par with other companies that provide primary trade lines. So once you do get approved for this primary trade line, they will report to all 3 of the credit bureaus. According to AGJEWELERS, it does take anywhere between 15 to 45 days before it does get reported. Even though this is a jewelry store credit line, you are not required to make any purchases on jewelry. But if you are wanting to, you can order items through their online website or contact them via phone to make a purchase. So if you do decide to purchase any jewelry or any other items that need financing, there will be a required 20% down with 24 months of 0% financing for the remaining of the balance. But you would have to make a minimum monthly payment of 5% or $30, whichever is greater, until the balance is paid off. One thing to make note of is that not to dispute this account as long as the account is in good standing. AGJEWELERS said that if this account is disputed for any reason, your revolving line of credit will be immediately closed and the balance that's owed will be due immediately. If the balance is not paid in full, the amount owed will be reported as closed and it will be labeled as a charge-off in 180 days. This is something that you would definitely not want to do. As long as you are in good standing with this account and you decide to close, nothing will be negatively reported to your credit score. But again, just be aware that any type of account that does close, you will see a dip to your credit score, since your credit limit is lower and your utilization may be a little bit higher if you do have any balances. Now let's talk about how this primary trade line compares to other similar trade lines. The first one that we will discuss is My Jewelers Club. This company is very similar to AGJEWELERS since it does sell jewelry. But instead of receiving a $10K credit line, you will receive an instant $5,000 credit line. So once you apply, you instantly will get an unsecured revolving line of credit. Some of the minimums that you need to meet before applying is to be a US citizen, over the age of 18, have a social security number, and you must also have a monthly income of at least $1,400. But how My Jewelers Club is a little bit different is that you need to make a minimum purchase of $100 of one of the products before you can apply for the card. You would also have to make a down payment of at least 50% of your order, and you would have to pay an annual fee of $99. Unlike AGJEWELERS, this will result in a hard inquiry. If you do get approved, you will receive a card in the mail within the next 30 to 60 days, and this will also be the time frame where the information will get reported to the credit bureaus. The next company that we will compare will be Shop Simplio. This one is a little bit different in the sense you are purchasing items such as electronics and other type of tech items. But again, the products on this website is fairly overpriced, but nonetheless, it is pretty easy to get approved, either you have bad or no credit at all. So according to their website, you can get up to an $8,500 unsecured revolving line of credit within 72 hours. But one of the downsides is that this company only reports to EQUIFAX, and they only report when you have balances. Meaning that if you do decide to purchase things on there, once you pay it off, it will be no longer reported. As for the membership, there is a yearly fee of roughly around $67, and there are a few requirements that you gotta meet, such as be over the age of 18, a US citizen, have a social security number, and have a monthly household income of at least $1,400. Now with all the information that I did provide here, Why would you actually want to pay for a primary credit line? One of the key reasons is that primary credit lines have much more of an impact to your credit report compared to getting added on as an authorized user. In addition, if you were to get added onto another person's credit line that does not belong to your family member, you can actually get in trouble with fraud. And possibly that trade line may not have any effect to your credit score when you actually need it. Another key reason on why you want access to higher limits of credit is this will show other lenders and borrowers that you are more financially responsible since you have more access to credit. So in a way, if you can manage $10,000 worth of credit, then it should be much easier to get more lines of credit. And for individuals who are new to credit or in the process of rebuilding the credit, having higher credit lines will give you more access to more lines of credit. I fully understand that if any of you guys out there have less than great credit, it's going to be very difficult to get a credit card or any type of funding that allows you to have a high credit limit. You may be able to get a secure card, which gives you a credit line of $500, but that $500 is already yours. Or you may be able to apply for a traditional credit card, but maybe you want to get a credit line of $300. Having less than perfect credit is like a double-edged sword. Yes, I get that you made mistakes in the past, but trying to get over the hurdles of what bad credit did to you can be much more challenging than it once was. So depending on where you are on your credit building journey, having a high credit line can have a big effect to your credit score. As long as you continue to pay for the annual fee, this trade line will continue to be reported as positive. Now this brings me on to my next point, which is who is this credit line not for? If you are a person who already has excellent credit and you have no troubles getting high credit lines, then there's really no reason to get this credit line. On the other hand, if you are a person who is in need of cash, rather than just having a store card, then definitely this card is not for you. And also depending on your financial situation, if you cannot afford the $149 one-time enrollment fee and the recurring $99 fee, then continue to use other methods to help build your credit. This can include paying down balances, making sure that you pay your payments on time, and also disputing any inaccuracies that you may have in your credit. One last thing before I go, if you guys are interested in this trade line, I do have an affiliate link down in the description below. And if you guys want some free stocks, you guys can get 4 with Webull and 1 with Robinhood. Now, I want to turn it over to you. What do you guys think about this primary trade line? Is it something that's worth getting or not? Let me know in the comments below.